When people think about Axel, this is probably the first thing that comes to their mind. If you're interested in learning Axel or improving with him, I want to let you know, there's a different, better way to play this character that is more fun and, most importantly, helps you win more consistently. In this video, I'm going to go over Axel's general game plan, the key moves he has to help him enforce it, and some basic combos you can use to get started with playing this character. Axel is often called a zoner character. He has long-ranged moves that are good at keeping opponents out and punishing them for forcing their way in impatiently. Axel is especially good at hitting people trying to approach him from the air because he can cover so many different angles. When he lands the correct hit, he does a lot of damage. Against impatient opponents, Axel can win off countering their bad approaches, and against more cautious opponents, he can use his range to scare them into standing still, giving him room to start his own offense. Axel's key weakness is that when an opponent does manage to find their way to him, he struggles to escape their pressure because he doesn't have very many moves to get them off of him. Combined with his low health, any mistake with this character can lead to a quick loss. To win consistently with Axel, you need to use the right moves to keep your opponent out, and know how to escape your opponent's pressure if they do get close. The main moves Axel uses to keep an opponent away are crouching heavy slash, far slash, jumping slash, and kick. Crouching heavy slash is a long-ranged move that is best used when the opponent is very far away. And must be blocked crouching, making it a good move to slow down your opponent and punish them for dashing in recklessly. At most ranges, if you hit your opponent with this move, you can cancel it into snail. On counter hit, if you're holding down back already, you can convert it into a sickle flash combo. You do not want to use this move too close to your opponent. At closer ranges, if your opponent blocks this move, they're able to punish you. You can cancel into rainwater on block, but if your opponent predicts you doing this, they can chase after you and potentially land a punishing combo. In these closer ranges, you should use far slash. This is a fast, medium-ranged move that outranges most of your opponent's attacks. It can be cancelled into any heavy slash normal, or a special move like rainwater or snail. A great way to push an opponent back is to make them block far slash and cancel it into heavy slash. This gives you room to air dash backwards or continue to stand your ground with far slash or standing kick. Because getting counter hit by far slash leads to a damaging combo, your opponent may hesitate to attack you from this distance. You can use their fear to push them further away with repeated far slashes, or run in yourself and go for a grab, or run your own pressure starting with close slash. Jumping slash is a move that is difficult to punish and makes it hard for your opponent to dash in on you. It can be done by air dashing backwards or by jumping and timing the attack as you land. Unlike far slash and crouching heavy slash, jumping slash does not lead to huge reward on hit. In most situations, the best combo you can get is jumping slash into air snail. While this move is fairly safe, you usually have to instant air dash backwards to use this move. This makes it easier for your opponent to slowly push you into the corner. Also, if your opponent gets close enough, they can anti-air you with forward punch or chase after you in the air. The best way to use this move is to force your opponent to dash at you in a predictable way, so you can surprise them with your own offense, or to make them impatient enough to jump at you. The last key move Axel can use to make distance from his opponent is the standing kick button. This attack reaches a shorter range than his far slash, but comes out quicker and can be cancelled into a jump. This is a good move to use preemptively against opponents who are in range to dash in and start their pressure, or against certain forward moving attacks. Axel's kick is also a low commitment attack. If your opponent blocks, you can jump, air dash back, and then immediately do a jumping slash. If they get hit on the ground, you can cancel it into crouching dust for a combo. By effectively using all of these 4 options, you make it very hard for an opponent to catch you on the ground. However, a weakness with all of these attacks is that they lose to an opponent who approaches from the air. To deal with someone approaching from the air, you will need to do something very scary. Stop attacking and wait for the air dash to come. You must also know which of Axel's anti-air moves you should use for each situation. The main moves Axel uses to anti-air his opponents are Crouching Slash, Punch, and Forward Punch. Crouching Slash is used when the opponent approaches you from the air at a medium distance away from you. Around the range you would use your Far Slash. On counter hit, you get a very damaging combo. Standing Punch is used when the opponent approaches you from the air at a far distance. On hit, you can cancel into a Sickle Flash to send the opponent to the other side of the screen. However, depending on the character, Standing Punch may get beat by the incoming aerial attack. In these situations, use Forward Punch. On counter hit, you can reliably combo into Snail. Even if you play well, sometimes you might just misspace an attack or your opponent gets a good air dash on you. When your opponent gets their pressure started on you, Axel's main moves to fight out of their offense are Crouching Kick and Sickle Storm. Axel's Crouching Kick is his fastest attack, making it a great button to press if your opponent is leaving large gaps in their pressure. You should also use this attack if, after blocking a lot, your opponent tries to run up to continue their pressure. Sickle Storm is a super move that is completely invincible at the start of the attack, letting you counter a predictable attack or sequence your opponent is doing. However, remember that you need half of your tension meter to use this move. Here are some basic combos you can use to get started with Axel. Note that in this section of the video, I will exclusively be using number pad notation. If you aren't familiar with it, check out the link in the video description. And that's the basics of playing Axel. If you're looking for more advanced info or techniques, like how to do a TK Axel bomber, check the playlist in the video description down below. As always, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. You can also ask me on Twitter or catch me when I'm live on Twitch. Links in the description below. This is Remi, signing off.